One of the most common problems I hear from my clients, I hear from you all the time, is that searches for new talent are incredibly frustrating. We can't find the right person. The search firm gives us the same slate of candidates that we're tired of seeing, and frankly, the candidates are tired. And it's a common frustration that we can't get the A players. And so often we settle for the B player that we already have, the devil we know, and we limp along. But yet we know that an A player is so much more powerful than an average player. They say 6 times more, not than the worst player, a C player, but than a B player. 6 times more powerful. But we have to find the A player. And so often we're hamstrung because we're doing something fundamentally wrong. And that is that we're limiting ourselves to finding someone in the industry, prioritizing industry experience over other things. And as we've done studies over and over again, we found that industry experience is not one of the highest predictors of success. It's the ability to hire an A-player team, first and foremost. It's the ability to make tough decisions. It's the ability to do a number of things beyond just having been 20 years in the industry. Because I know people who have tons of industry experience. They have 20 years being average. They're great at it. But that's not what you want, right? You want someone who's going to be that A-player that comes in. But why do we gravitate towards industry experience? Well, because search firms are organized that way. They have their gas and oil practice. Of course we ought to do that. And next thing you know, we're working with, pick your big name search firm, and they're head of gas and oil, and they're going after those gas and oil clients because that's your client, or consumer products, or insurance, or whatever it is. And there's a number of problems with that. One is that you don't really hear about it from them, but they have a big challenge in going after some of the best people in the industry. Why? Because they are already their clients. Okay, this is a little known or thing, or kind of best kept secret, although most of you may have heard of it, called blockage. So any of the top search firms can't call on company A, B, and C because they're already clients. They can't poach from their own clients. So now you are limited on a whole bunch of people that you might want to hire because they simply can't go after them, right? So you lose a whole bunch to blockage. So maybe you lost 40%. And then what happens? When you find some other people that you can go after, they can't come join your company. Why? Employment agreements. They are specifically precluded from going to a handful of companies in the industry, including yours in many cases, because you are in that industry, and so they're not allowed to leave even if the search firm can poach them or call on them. So what do we lose? Another 30%. God forbid your company's not in a super attractive geography. You may think that you're the prettiest girl to dance, but they don't. They don't want to move to Des Moines. They don't want to move to Kansas City, right? And so, or even some of the big cities, they want to move to New York City. In fact, they like Kansas City. But you may lose another 20%. So at the end of all those filters, you're left with 10% of the addressable population if you're pursuing specifically industry experience. Now let me talk you out of industry experience for a minute. You'll see a graph here. Is basically, we know that industry experience helps, at least at the beginning. Wouldn't it be nice to know the business model? Wouldn't it be nice to know some of the clients and customers? Of course. But only for a short period of time do they have that advantage. Over time, if this is time and performance, you'll see that the A player can come in, and usually people think it takes 3 years, at least 2, before that outsider can eclipse the person with industry experience. What we've seen and our clients tell us is 9 to 12 months. A really talented athlete A player with the right kind of adjacent experience can come in and within 9 to 12 months can eclipse that other person, that person with the industry experience that you thought was such a safe pair of hands. And people hear it and they believe it, but then in the moment sometimes they drop the ball. Gosh, because we get down here and we can't really see the difference in these candidates. We don't know how good they are at hiring. We don't know how good they are at setting a vision. But man, we know that they've been in the business 20 years. So you have to use a process like a structured interview or like we do or some other to really get underneath that. But if you can get the talent that's not blocked from the search firm, that's not precluded from joining you because you're not on the competitive list of companies. It doesn't help you at the geography one, but at least you've got way more people to choose from if you stop prioritizing this industry experience. I invite you to give it a shot. Let me know how it goes and enjoy sampling from the full buffet, not just the green beans at the very beginning.